I'm going to show you a video of a cop who abandoned all of his training and decided to do this. Here it is. I have to say it because some people will see this segment and say, well, she deserved it. She was the aggressor. You see, police officers are held to a standard of accountability, a higher standard of responsibility. There's a protocol that doesn't include slapping a woman across the floor. He abandoned all of his training. He did not say, ma'am, you're under arrest, put your hands behind your back. He did not say, ma'am, you're going to be locked up, I'm taking you to jail, you're under arrest. He decided to slap her, contrary to all of his training. Now remember, he's the professional, or supposed to be the professional, for a reason. Let me tell you why I highlight this story. I highlight this story because I, unlike many of his colleagues in blue, I will hold him accountable to who he says he is. You see, the woman in this story, I don't pay her, the community does not pay her taxpayer dollars, but the community does pay him. And with our tax dollar comes a responsibility to us as the community. He violated that responsibility. Now it was clear. I'm going to give you the background as to what happened and did not happen to this officer after he did this to that woman. A Miami-Dade police officer who slapped a woman at Miami International Airport last year will not face criminal prosecution and was allowed to what? To retire with back pay for the time he was booted from the force. They fired him. On June 2020, confrontation between the woman and Officer Antonio Clemente Rodriguez was captured on the video, and that video did go viral. The decision not to charge Rodriguez with at least misdemeanor battery was actually finalized on October 1st, more than a year after the incident at MIA. That's according to the memo. Prosecutors decided that the slap under Florida self-defense law was a justifiable use of force. Now there's some disagreement in law enforcement about that. After the woman got into the officer's face, taunted him, and according to the cop, she head-butted him. That's what the cop said. There's no headbutt in the video. And so the prosecutor wrote a memo saying, there may have been a touch. And because of that, may have been a touch, under Florida law, he's allowed to slap a woman halfway across the facility. Let's step out of the law for a minute. Dick Gregory said something to me really powerful. He said, Doc, if you're not careful, this was when he was alive, obviously. He said, if you're not careful, you'll start thinking what's legal is right and what's illegal is wrong. That's not how it works all the time. Just because something is legal to do does not mean you should shed your decency and humanity in order to engage in it. Okay, it gets deeper. Officers took Anderson to the ground, that's the lady, and arrested her. She was charged with felony battery. Think about this now. She was charged with felony battery on him. That's the game they play. No one saw felony battery on a police officer, nobody, okay? Not even the prosecutor. The prosecutors dropped that charge immediately. The state attorney's office, after speaking to Anderson and reviewing the footage, concluded that she was the aggressor under Florida law. They kept saying under Florida law, as if to say, if it wasn't for this little law right here, we will be able to prosecute this cop. After the video surfaced, Rodriguez had been immediately relieved of duty with the Miami-Dade police director, Alfredo Ramirez, saying he was shocked and angry by the video. So you got a police director saying this dude needs to not only be fired, but go to jail. I was angry when I saw this. Prosecutors saying, we're not that angry because Florida law says he can do it. The department ordered Rodriguez fired within weeks, a termination challenge by the South Florida Police Benevolent Association. Before the case went to arbitration, the department allowed him to retire and was given all of his back pay. This is one of the reasons why people do not like the police. And I'm trying to save the industry because I want you to be better. I want you to actually serve the community, to be extensions of the community, to be trusted because you do the right thing by people. I'm fighting for you harder than you're fighting for yourselves. So don't come to me that I'm anti-cop, I'm anti-bad cop. And I will always be anti-bad cop until I'm 6 feet deep. Always be anti-bad cop. Senator, thoughts?
Yeah, he went straight up street, Doc. Straight up street, and it was wrong. And no matter how they try to contort this, let's say she is in the wrong. She did get up in the man's face. He is held to a higher standard. Just arrest her.
Right.
Like y'all always do. But what he did there was totally uncalled for. Totally.